Hi, I'm Karen Perry. I'm the Executive Director of Hillel of San Diego, and I am here with our two Israel Fellows, Dar Halevi Feldman and Elad Kanfi, who are going to kind of share what's happening on the ground at our universities related to anti-Semitism and the rise in anti-Israel sentiments and how we're part of the solution. So how are you guys doing, first of all?
It's been a hard few weeks. We're tired, I think, mostly, but kind of satisfied. A lot.
Yeah, now I'm in Israel and no complaints. I've been with my family, with my friends, so and I think it's kind of related to what happened the last few weeks because I think it's much easier to experience even like the conflict when you're here next to your close one compared to be outside in San Diego. But I did have some interesting insights from the last few months to San Diego, definitely.
So both Dar and Elad are Israel Fellows. They work with Hillel for 2 to 3 years on site, connecting students, giving the people-to-people connection to Israel. So what are you guys hearing and seeing from students right now?
So mostly what I've heard from students is fear, which is very alarming for me. It's not something that I ever experienced. I'm used to like not speak Hebrew when I'm abroad or like not be extremely like loud about being Israeli when I'm abroad, but I was never afraid of like saying that I'm Jewish. And in the past few weeks, what I'm hearing from my students is that they're afraid of being like showing they're Jewish, that the fact that they're Jewish. They have hidden all their Jewish symbols, so all the necklaces, earrings removed. They were getting threats for posting pro-Israeli stuff. And it's been a lot of chaos, a lot of emotional when it comes to our students. And I think what we're trying to do is just give them the support that they need, that they said that they never had before, because they never had such a vital Jewish community outside of their parents' house.
Yeah, at SDCU, there are the same feelings. Our students feel attacked. Our students feel threatened. And just as to say maybe like in a few words, there were quite a few anti-Semitic incidents the last few months. Started from accusing Jewish people on the deaths of George Floyd. It went over graffiti of swastikas on our freshman dorms, burglary into the Chabad house, and posting and bragging about it. That's horrendous, basically. And after that, a memorial post on one of our students that passed away at the start of the year has been corrupted, has been tagged with deaths for Jews, deaths for Israel, and on and on. And I think there is a rise of anti-Semitic incidents at SDCU at least, because if I need to compare it to my first year, we can definitely see the difference right now. We're trying to support them.
No, I can even see it.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Dar.
I can even see it from like the past few months. I just got here this year. I can see the big difference between the past few months and like this upcoming, like last few weeks. It's just been insane. The amount of calls that Elad and I both got from our students, just like letting us know about different incidents that have been happening, different statements that were released that were not anti-Israel, not just critiquing Israel government, just like critiquing the Jewish people in general. It was very hard and in a way kind of like saying you guys are in the wrong and you should be ashamed of yourself and you should not be talking in public. That was most of the comments that my students got.
Yeah, and follow up to this point, exactly, like we're trying to educate a student. We're trying to bring the actual facts. I'm not talking even about like being pro-Israel on the net and be threatened. You can be still neutral and feel attacked. So we do try to create the tools for the student and explain more about the facts and about what's going on in Israel at this moment, at every point of time. with also creating the community and strengthens the community of the Jewish students in San Diego. For example, when I just arrived to San Diego, there were only 2 pro-Israel clubs in a way, and today we have Tamid, a business club, we have camping club pro-Israel, we have SSI and Michelano, and it kind of like create a community that our student needs to be more empowered and be proud in their religion and their Judaism, and that's really how I'm seeing the problem with the students now. Because from one hand we have to educate, and the other hand we have to give them the support system they need.
Yeah. And that support system comes in a lot of different ways. It's not just like talking with them. We're actually, we had a few things that we had prepping them for different meetings in the councils, in the student councils and the student governments. We did have a small success, a small victory last week at UCSD when our grad students who have been prepped by a complete staff of Hillel International, Hillel of UCSD, and some other orgs prepped them, and they decided they have been managed to reverse the decision of supporting just the Palestinians, which we obviously do support. We just want everything to be showing the Jewish side and the Israeli side as well. Just keep it non-biased towards one side, and we'll be more than happy.
Amazing. And what are you guys working on right now?
So I'm working on a social media task force for next year. It's going to be some of our students who are going to be taught about how to use social media properly. As we saw, the last operation was very much in social media, and that was where our students felt mostly attacked. It sounds kind of funny to us that are a bit older, but for them, losing followers because they were posting about Israel was a big deal. They were losing friends, and for that, we're planning to do a social media test for next year, so they will feel more prepped if anything like that will happen again.
It's amazing. A lot.
Yeah, at SDSU, I'm focusing, I have 2 main goals. One of them is creating a seminar for next year about anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist incident that happened, and educate the students all around, Jewish and non-Jewish, which is important in the same level for this specific matter. And the second thing is actually create a good structure for the clubs, for the pro-Israel clubs, for Hillel clubs to be next year. And we had BDS at SDSU. It's been 3-4 years now that we don't have, and want to keep the reality on the ground the same. We don't want to have BDS. We don't want our students to feel spread, and that's going to happen through education and through strong communities. Yeah.
Amazing. Both of you are doing such tremendous work, and both Dar and Elad meet with hundreds of students every single year, put a face to Israel, build relationships, build that connection in ways that are authentic and meaningful and personal. And that's our tactics. That's how we respond. We've been working around the clock to support students. We're documenting issues as they come. We're the ones that are convening meetings with the campus administration. And like Dar said, we're preparing students to advocate and raise their voices to confront BDS resolutions in the student government. Basically, like, we have our students back. And we're just so proud of all of Hillel student leaders who felt empowered to fight back. And I attribute a lot of that to both Dar and Elad and their personal connections with our students. So thank you guys both for your time, for your commitment to Hillel and to Jewish students, and for all you do. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
very
Karen.
much, Karen.
We could definitely haven't done it without your and Lisa's support.